Well, good morning and welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. This is Regina Clark, and I missed last week. My husband and I were both tested positive for COVID, and so we laid low totally, mostly horizontal or a lot of horizontal time, lots of rest, lots of sleeping. It's a pretty exhausting ordeal. We got through it, and I really think I only had two really bad days, with high fever and pounding head and really didn't want to get out of bed. But most of it has been being on more of an upside and a mend. And it's definitely caused me to slow down. It's caused me to think about a lot of things. And it has also caused me to look a little closer at my health. So I'm addressing things that I have needed to really for a while, and I'm finally at a place where I'm encouraged to be able to do that for myself. I have a lovely new person who's helping me on that journey, and so that's super awesome, and I'm very thankful for that. But what I wanted to talk to you about more than any of that is I just listened to this amazing, amazing, amazing interview with Marie Forleo and Mel Robbins. She's the one who wrote the 5-second rule, and her newest book is called The High Five Habit. And so in here, boy, she has a lot of great things. One of the things that she says, and it is an hour-long interview, so I believe it will be one of the best hours you have probably spent thus far in the month of October. So I think it is to the very end worth listening to. Now, Marie, if you don't know Marie, Marie is from Jersey and Mel is from Boston, and they hit it off really well, but they also, they may have a little Jersey Marie may come out and the F bomb may go, but, oh well, what if that offends you, then don't listen. But it's real honest conversation about two powerful women and how this concept that we struggle with, self-acceptance and love and kindness, is universal. And so I think it really helps to see people like this sharing honestly of what they're going through. So, one of the things that she says, no secret, your relationship with yourself is the foundation for everything. Everything, everything. So, your relationship with yourself. So, you have to, it's just, we have to reevaluate these things. How are we doing? I do okay for a while, but there's still that inner critic that raises her head. And this is not new. I've talked about this many a times. As a matter of fact, I wrote about it, right, in Ready to Fly, the anthology, the collection of stories, and I had my chapter called The Girl in the Glass. Well, this has been a lifelong theme for me. And that poem I learned again over 30 years ago. When you get what you want in your struggle for self and the world makes you queen for a day, just go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that gal has to say. It isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The one whose verdict counts most in your life is the girl staring back in the glass. And this is adapted, it's called The Man in the Glass, and I just adapted it to The Girl in the Glass. So, I had a lot to say in this chapter about this topic specifically, and something that I've been saying for years as well is that the most important conversation you will ever have is the one that you have with yourself. What do you say when you talk to yourself? What do you see when you look in the mirror? And this is exactly the conversation that Marie and Mel have. And I believe it will be the best spent, it will be a time well spent. And so I hope that you will take the time to listen to that. I know in my chapter, I talk about the importance of self-love and how you really can't love others fully until you love yourself. And the very act of negative self-talk strengthens the neural pathways and deepens our program of pain, suffering, and unworthiness. We all have disappointments, faults, and mistakes. Perhaps, like me, you've carried your share of guilt and shame. If those are the seeds we are sowing, that is the garden we will be reaping. People are waking up to the idea that what we focus on expands. What we think about and give our attention to has no choice but to grow. You see, it's not really about who we are or what we've done. It's all in what we think about who we are and what we've done. And what I have to say today is that it is time to give ourselves a break. You know how hard that you're working. You know that you're doing the best that you can. And so it's time to give ourselves a little high five, to give ourselves a little kudos, a little encouragement that nobody else can give us. If we continue to rely on other people to give us what we need, it will always be just outside of our grasp because it's unpredictable and other people can't give you what you need. You are the only one who can give yourself the talks, the pep talks, the love, the encouragement that you need to get through everything that you need to get through in your life, to get through any experience that you're going through. You're going to have to learn to be your best friend, not your worst enemy. So until next time, I hope that you will take care of that beautiful brain of yours, feed it good things, strengthen those positive, productive neural pathways, and know that you are appreciated. You are unique. There is no one on the planet like you. And I look forward to talking to you next week. And I would love to hear, if you take the time and listen to the interview, what you think. You can private message me. I would love to have conversation because I think it is the conversation to be had. Until next time, signing off.